If you click on this video, chances are you're a young guy who's starting self-improvement, and now you're looking into ways in which you can start making money and free yourself from the 9 to 5 life, free your family from the 9 to 5 life and from the matrix. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can start doing that, and it's going to be a review from the 4-Hour Workweek book by Tim Ferriss. And it's actually a great read. I'm not associated with the book or with Tim Ferriss, but if you wanted to do that, I would suggest you read it, as it gives you actionable steps on how you can do exactly that. And even though it was written more than 10 years ago, they're still applicable to our situation and our society today. So this book is really suited for beginners, I'd say, but it's actually suited for any type of guy who's interested in making money, and not just making money, but also increasing their productivity so that they don't have to work a 9 to 5 every day just to get a good amount of money. This book really focuses on not just how to make money, but also how to be more productive, not having to be stuck in your office from 9 to 5, like literally 9 to 5, just to get a good amount of money to live. And even then, it's kind of just above living expenses of most people. So it talks about how you can make so much money while not working so many hours. And it focuses on creating systems and implementing productivity tasks in order to do that. So yeah, I think this book is suited for any type of person that wants to make money or wants to be more productive. And it's not just for beginners, but it would definitely be a good read for any beginner trying to make money. The book also talks about how to detach yourself from the technological world, because the focus is not to be working all day to make the most amount of money. The focus is you make a good amount of money while not having to work so much, so that you can detach yourself from that work mode. You don't have to be in that work mode all day. So you can actually focus onto your relationships, onto your health, your hobbies, so you can actually live like an actual life. So it talks about the work-life balance, but it's really focuses on actually getting the work done when you're in a work zone. Because a lot of people are they live life kind of being in work and life at the same time. So they never fully enjoy the life aspect, and they never actually become productive in the work aspect. And the book is divided into 4 different parts. The first part is definition. So with definition, it basically talks about defining your fears and limiting beliefs. Because the book talks a lot about just working 2 hours a day or 2 hours a week and making $50K a month. That's what Tim Ferriss started managing to do, because he just became really productive and made systems in order to produce such a big output for the little input that he puts into his business. So he urges you to define your limiting beliefs. And I talk about this a lot, even when it comes to the gym videos that I made. Define your limiting beliefs. Because if you have those limiting beliefs, you're just never gonna succeed, bro. It also talks about defining your ideal life, your ideal day, your ideal life, and determining how much it would cost per year. And that's how you know how much you need to make to live your ideal life. The second part of this book is elimination. And the law that it really focuses on in this section of the book is Pareto's law. If you guys have ever heard of the 80-20 law. So basically, when it comes to productivity, it's not about what you do. It's really more about what you shouldn't do. Because there's a lot of meaningless tasks that take so much of your time and attention, especially, that just ruin your productivity and your output. So the book talks about eliminating the 20% of tasks that cause you the 80% of your daily stress and take 80% of your time. And then it tells you to double down on the 20% of tasks that yield you the most output. So when it comes to eliminating the 20% of tasks, it can be checking email, checking your messages, scheduling random meeting like calls, and you're just calling your friends throughout your work tasks. So like for example, I used to be the person that checked my emails. Let's say my emails I would check twice every day because I was like, oh, what if I just miss out on something? I need to check it every day. But now implemented a rule to check it only on Fridays after I'm done work for that day. So that way I check email once a day. And to be honest, I never really missed anything important. Maybe because I'm just not that important, I guess, so far. So that eliminated like at least half an hour throughout my week by just checking email once a week. The third part of this book is automation. And it's basically just, automating the tasks that are not that very important and take up a lot of your time to other people, or using AI, for example, now, because AI is very prevalent nowadays. So like a task for automation maybe could be sending emails, right? You could hire a VA in India and pay them $3 an hour, and they can check your email if you really actually do get a lot of emails, or if you get a lot of calls. Let's say you run a business and you have a bunch of clients calling. You don't want to be the one answering every call. You hire a VA, and that way you can actually focus on the really important tasks that yield you the most output for your business, while those VAs can answer your calls. And even though, yes, you can say you're paying them, but by giving yourself that undivided attention to do your actual important tasks, you're going to make so much more than that $3 per hour you're going to pay that VA in India. Or let's say another example could be like your groceries. So instead of going to the grocery store and spending at least 1 hour, let's be honest, probably 2 hours just getting groceries, you can just hire someone on a delivery app like Instacart. Again, not associated, not affiliated, right? And then pay like a $10 delivery fee, but you saved yourself that extra 1 to 2 hours. That should be worth more than that $10. And the fourth aspect is liberation. And the book really talks about how money is not the most important asset, but also time is also it's not really the most important asset, but it's attention. Because what you put your mind, your brain power into, that's the most important thing. Because the more you put your attention onto the small little things that don't mean much or won't yield much output, then you won't have enough attention to actually put into the hard tasks that would yield you the money or the extra free time that you would want to have. So you should basically create systems that would allow you to like free yourself from those tasks without there being a problem. So like, let's say not checking emails for a week without there being like any downside or like loss of clients, let's say, if you get clients through email, right? So you should create systems that allow you to like basically, so you should create systems that basically allow you to kind of disappear and not be involved in those tasks, and there not be a problem. And that's how you free yourself and detach yourself from the technology and the constant work life that is just going to create a miserable life for you, because no one can sustain such an intense work life for that long. That was a quick review of the 4-Hour Workweek. Again, I recommend it as a read, but I'm not affiliated. And that was it. We basically talked about definition, elimination, automation, and liberation, the 4 aspects of the book to become the new rich, as Tim Ferriss says. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of video so I know to make more book reviews on the books that I read. And you can check out my playlist for all the other book reviews I've had right here.